We're all familiar with tigers, the most ferocious big cat in the world. But how familiar are you with the biggest species of tiger? Well, in today's feature, we'll be looking at the big cat, which holds the record for the largest specimen in the world. These orange felines can paint the snow red with the blood of man. And stick around to the end, and I'll tell you how they've evolved to fight off grizzly bears. Hello, I'm your host Jake, and welcome back to Nature Explains. And in today's feature, we'll be going to the far east of Asia to learn about the Siberian tiger. Siberian tigers are found in Northeast Asia, once ranging from the Korean Peninsula to parts of Mongolia. However, in the modern day, they're only found around the Amur River in eastern Russia. They're often seen crossing the border into China, as well as North Korea. Their preferred habitats are temperate forests, as well as taiga, but they can be found in grasslands and swamps. Most Siberian tigers will be found around the Skirkote-Olenyo mountain range in eastern Russia. If you're aware, Russia, believe it or not, can get very cold. As a result, the Siberian tiger has had to develop unique features to survive. First of these is its fur, which is primarily orange with black stripes going down its body. The reason for this will be revealed later. The average male Siberian tiger will weigh 176.4 kilograms, with females in turn weighing 117.9 kilograms. For those who are familiar with tigers, you may be about to point out the Bengal tigers weigh more, and in the modern day this is true. However, the reason for the size reduction in Siberian tigers are varied, and I'll mention them later, so stick around. All I'll say is that historically, a male would have weighed around 215.3 kilograms, with females in turn weighing 137.5 kilograms. Despite their reputation as the biggest tiger, that doesn't stop the Siberian tiger from reaching top speeds of 40 miles per hour. On average, a Siberian tiger male will be 165 centimeters long, from its head to the end of its body, with females being smaller, somewhere in the range of 167 to 182 centimeters, with the tail adding 99 centimeters in males and 91 in females. Siberian tigers have a lifespan of 10 to 15 years in the wild, but captive individuals can live for up to 25 years. One area where Siberian tigers have undeniably beaten their Indian cousins is their skull, which can be between 337 to 381 millimeters long. This extremely long skull provides Siberian tigers one of the most powerful bites in Siberia. One way of telling a Siberian tiger apart from their cousins is the thickness of their fur, with them having two coats. The summer coat, which is thinner and is adapted to keep Siberian tigers cool in the warm Siberian summers found in eastern Russia. They also have a winter coat, which is denser, but is surprisingly softer, providing them with a great deal of warmth, which is vital, as temperatures in Siberia can regularly reach -33 centigrade. They've also evolved what could be considered a short mane. This acts much like a scarf, keeping them warm, which is very similar to their closest relatives, the Caspian tiger. Much like all tigers, Siberian tigers are extremely skilled swimmers, often going across lakes and rivers in search of food. Another unique adaptation, which is their paws, which are more furry than their cousins, acting much like snow boots. The reason Siberian tigers became the largest species of tiger is because of behaviour often seen in Arctic animals, called Bergmann's rule. This is the principle by which Arctic animals tend to experience greater weights and sizes than their more temperate cousins. The benefit of this is a reduction in heat loss from the surface area. Alongside this, Siberian tigers have adapted to survive 14 days without food, but this isn't preferred, and in a single day they can travel 620 miles in search of food, with this food primarily being meat. As Siberian tigers are the apex predator of their environment, and as a hypercarnivore, very similar to polar bears, a hypercarnivore is a predator whose diet is nearly totally made up of meat. So everything's on the menu, mainly various species of deer, but also wild boar, salmon, moose, and on occasion Asiatic and black bears. How often a Siberian tiger makes a kill will depend on the time of year. During summer, they will make a kill around every 7 to 5 days. This is mainly smaller deer. But in the winter, they will start to consume larger prey and will kill every 5 days. The reason for this, the winter requires the use of more energy. Siberian tigers don't only limit themselves to wild prey, often preying on cattle, sheep, and occasionally humans. Hey there folks! Quick intermission from me. If you're enjoying today's feature, do me a solid, hit that like and subscribe button. It shows we're doing something right. If you don't, well, Siberian tiger will be dispatched to your present location to wait outside of it and to politely talk to you about your poor life choices. Also, if you would like us to cover a specific animal, leave a comment below and I'll add it to the list. And while you're down there, leave a tiger emoji followed by a snowflake to show you've gotten this far. Before that being said, let's return to the Siberian tiger and start looking at its unique and truly fascinating behaviours. Siberian tigers are highly territorial, with territories often being around 1,500 miles, with males patrolling these territories using both scent marks as well as clawing on trees to clearly show that they have claimed this area. Siberian tigers make a retinue of noises, including purrs and growls, but the most famous sound that the Siberian tiger makes is its roar, which is known to temporarily paralyze people in place. And now, for your viewing pleasure, I give you the sound of the Siberian tiger. I'm sure we can all agree that was absolutely terrifying. One of the ways Siberian tigers tell one another apart by their stripe. As much like all tigers, no two Siberian tigers have the same pattern. Siberian tigers are also primarily nocturnal, as their night vision is extremely effective, which, for a scale of reference, is 6 times more powerful than our own, giving them a great advantage when compared to their prey. But this isn't a strict behaviour, as they can be seen during the day. The hunting technique of the Siberian tiger is similar to most big cats. Being ambush predators, they will silently stalk their prey using their unique colour scheme, which, with the colours of orange and black, being unable to register in most deer's vision, allowing Siberian tigers and all tigers to become basically invisible to their prey. They'll stalk silently, moving closer and closer towards their prey, before they pounce on the prey, usually going for the neck, using their powerful legs to tackle the prey to the ground, before using its jaws to break the neck. Although, on average, only 1 in 10 hunts are successful. Siberian tigers will spend most of their lives alone, only interacting with others in the species when they meet in a conflict over territory, or during times in which females are in heat. Now, this could occur any time of year, however generally this will occur in the winter. The female will signal her willingness by urinating and scratching on trees. This will attract the dominant male in the territory, who will spend just under a week with the female, engaging in intercourse multiple times a day, after which the male will leave the female to begin the patrol of his territory. As if he's supplanted as the dominant male, or another male stumbles upon his offspring and the female is unable to fight this male off, the rival male will kill his cubs. Aside from this, the male will have little involvement in the rearing of his offspring, relying totally on the female. Gestation will last for around 3 months, during which time the female will look to establish a den in which she can give birth to her cubs. Siberian tiger cubs are born in the litter, which usually ranges from 2 to 4 cubs, but it can be as many as up to 6, usually being equally divided between both males and females. They're all born blind and totally reliant on their mother for food, who will leave her cubs in the den for most of the day as she searches for food. The cubs will huddle together for warmth and are reliant on their mother's milk. After 2 weeks, their eyes will open and their canine teeth will begin to develop. Soon after this, they will start to leave the den. Play makes up a vital part of any tiger's early life. An example of this will be learning how to pounce on their siblings before they start to hunt. They will spend the next 18 months learning to hunt, firstly watching their mother and then starting to engage in independent hunts. After 6 months, they will be weaned off their mother's milk. After they are able to hunt, they will usually stay with their mother for 3 years in males and 5 years in females, after which they will seek to establish their own territories. Females will often choose a territory close to their mother's range, but young males will range further out in search of both prey and a territory of his own. Both sexes reach sexual maturity at 4 years old. Despite Siberian tigers being the apex predator of Siberia, they still have competitors. Principal among them are both Asiatic and brown bears, with the Asiatic black bear making up 2% of the Siberian tiger's diet, with brown bears making up just under 1.8%, with the main target of attacks from Siberian tigers being females, subadults and cubs. And it has been recorded the bears will target the cubs of Siberian tigers in order to reduce future competition. Siberian tigers also share a range with Amur leopards, so it is likely that the two will clash with one another. It has also been recorded that Siberian tigers will occasionally hunt wolves, and it's been seen in areas with Siberian tigers that there are fewer wolves, bordering on the brink of localized extinction. The same applies to the Eurasian lynx, but the main predator of the Siberian tiger is, as always, humanity. The relationship between the Siberian tiger and humanity is a tense one, as there is a small chance that the Siberian tiger will become a man-eater. This makes them one of a handful of animals to actively hunt humans. However, this is usually when the tiger has suffered a severe injury, and humans are not their first choice of meal. And if you are being attacked by a tiger, if you hit it hard enough, generally they will retreat. But I should point out that attacks are rare, as shown on your screen with that graph, with the highest rate of attacks being 28 in the 1990s. But this sharp increase in attacks is closely related to the fall in deer populations. A lot of these attacks are poachers. A famous example of this being how when a pair of poachers killed a Siberian tiger female, its mate followed them to their cabin 3 days travel away, going outside of their territory, and took vengeance on the poachers by killing them. Due to their historic range, Siberian tigers are the national animal of South Korea, despite now being extinct on the Korean peninsula. One of the main reasons for this is the policy of the Japanese government during the 1920s and 30s, which saw the killings of most predators on the Korean peninsula, including bears and wolves, as well as tigers, which has resulted in them being relegated to their current range. They also weren't helped by the wars which were fought in northern China between the 1920s and 30s. Another threat to Siberian tigers is poaching, for their use in both Chinese medicine as well as using their pelts on the black market. They're also threatened by lowering deer populations and deforestation. Another issue is genetic diversity. As a result of the hunting during the 1920s and 30s, it is believed that there were some 20 to 30 individuals that survived through this, making up a very small gene pool. But, despite all this, in the present day, there's an estimated population of 480 to 540 individuals in the wild, with there being over 1,000 in captive populations, most of whom are in China. Siberian tigers are heavily protected by both the Chinese and Russian governments, which has allowed their population to stabilise, and many Siberian tigers have been reintroduced to the wild. The closest relative of the Siberian tiger is not the South China tiger, as you might expect. It is the Caspian tiger, which is a now extinct species of tiger that was found in Central Asia, around the Caspian Sea, and was unique for its manes. Another interesting fact about Siberian tigers is that's not only their name, not their only name. Other names, depending on the region, are the Korean tiger, the Amur tiger, as well as the Manchurian tiger, clearly demonstrating their once vast range. As of current, Siberian tigers are rated as an endangered species. And with that, that's the Siberian tiger, terror of Russia and my favourite animal. If you enjoyed today's video, quick reminder, hit that like and subscribe button, and leave a comment below on what animal you'd like to see me cover next. As per always, Margaret has curated a selection of videos you should watch after this one. I'd recommend our most recent feature on giant anteaters and how they kill jaguars. As per always, stay safe, drink lots of water, and I'll see you in the next video.